All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're getting close to starting here. Welcome to today's webinar, the Lean 101 simulation. It is brought to you today by South Louisiana Community College and MEPAL. I'm your host, Kayla Gentry, the Manufacturing Outreach Manager of MEPAL, or the Manufacturing Extension Partnership of Louisiana. We're a couple minutes from starting. As I've said, we're trying to let a couple people sign on here. Today's topic is the Lean 101 simulation with a live Q&A by MEPAL Project Manager Baxter Saucier, who you should be able to see on your screen as well. Lean 101 simulation is the 5th webinar in a series of webinars over the next few weeks, focusing on COVID-19 updates and business best practices. So please be on the lookout for webinars upcoming each month from us. I do want to let you all know that your audio will be in listen-only mode today, using your phone or computer, whichever is more convenient for you. During the webinar, there is an opportunity to ask questions using the question window on your panel, your side panel that you should have on your screen. Of course, today's webinar does include our live Q&A. And again, we would need you to put your questions in the question box, and we'll be getting to those at the end of the webinar. This is a live webinar event which will be recorded. I will be putting the recording up on our YouTube channel as soon as we get done today. So if you're interested in seeing that again, you can always go there. So I am going to give a few minutes for a couple more people to log on. We're just hitting 2 o'clock now, so we're going to give them a couple of minutes to sign on here. Okay, and if you're just joining us, we're just waiting for a couple of more registrants to log on here, trying to give everyone a little bit of time before we get started. So give us a few more minutes and we'll be getting started. I'd like to get started around 2:02, 2:03, so 2 or 3 more minutes. Okay, Baxter, if you're ready to go ahead and get started, I think we'll go ahead and the rest of the attendees can sign on as we go. So before we get started today, for those of you just joining us, I am Kayla Gentry, the Manufacturing Outreach Manager for MEPAL. You should also see Baxter Saucier on your screen. He is one of our MEPAL project managers. I would like to give you all a little bit more information about our organization before we get started in case a couple of you don't know about us. So the Manufacturing Extension Partnership is part of a national network under the National Institute of Standards and Technology that works with U.S. manufacturers to create and retain jobs, increase profits, save time and money, develop new customers, and expand into new markets. So as you can see by the map on your screen, by national network, we do mean that there's an MEP located in every state, including Puerto Rico. MEPAL is also part of the Louisiana Community and Technical College System, or LCTCS. As such, we're better able to cover the state of Louisiana as a whole, with project managers located throughout the state at community colleges. And the webinar today will be presented by Baxter Saucier, MEPAL Project Manager, as I said. I'm going to let Baxter tell you a little bit about himself before we get started with the simulation today.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you all for joining us. My background is industrial engineering. I have been a certified master black belt for probably over 20 years now, and working with manufacturers all over the state and in different industries as well, including medical, food, and and oil and gas. Today we're going to see a short abbreviated version of the Lean 101 simulation, and then after that we're going to have a Q&A period where you can ask questions and we can answer them for you. And if you have more requests, we can follow up from your registration information. Thank you very much.
Okay, and we are going to get started with the video here. And Baxter, if you want to take your webcam off, there we go. And the video today will last around 20 minutes, and then we will be doing a live Q&A, as Baxter has said. So please put your questions in the question box for us, and we'll be getting to those right after the video is done here.
I am a MEPAL project manager with the college system, and we also have some students here today from South Louisiana College, as well as several college students that are helping us from the local college. So today we're going to be showing you what lean manufacturing is all about. We're going to do a simulation. Today these employees were recently hired and we'll be working with them to write, and we're going to do one round of simulation in traditional manufacturing chaos, and then we're going to show you what it looks like when we implement some lean techniques. So with that said, I think we're ready to go. Let's start our rounds. Ready? Okay, so we're going to make 30 robots in 6 minutes. Alan, let's get started. You got the forecast, right? All right, so let's get that going. We've got 6 employees here, 7 employees here working today. Their goal is to make 30 robots in 6 minutes, and we're going to get those in batches of 3 over to each station. They'll be inspected over here by Joseph. He's going to bring those over to Chewy over here at the Casey station, and then she's going to get those to the customers. So we need to stay working busy at all times. Station 3, why aren't you working? Don't have anything to work on. What's going on, Caroline? Got a bottleneck station 2 there. Let's speed up. That's excellent training. I don't know what's going on here. What about you, Joseph? You got any work going on? No, sir. Nothing to do. How about that Drake calibration tool I gave you? Did you learn all about it? Yes, sir. Okay, good, good. You know what I mean? The opportunity. All right. What about you, Luke? You got any work going on? Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Okay, so that needs to work, Mario. All right, so let's get the work over to Luke. Can you ship anything yet? Not yet. Okay. Hey, we have customers calling for products. We have customers calling for products, so we need to make some robots. Let's go. We gotta have 30 robots in 6 minutes. I've trained many people before. I don't know why this is taking so long. Let's roll. All right, Luke, once you get those done, get that batch over to inspection. Go check it out, and then we'll get that over to shipping. All right, let's have that done, Luke. Sir. Let's roll. Let's roll. Get inspection. Hey, so you got any pictures of the customers yet? Oh, man. All right. Mario, you still have parts? Okay. Luke, what's going on? Got some ready for inspection? Yes, sir. Okay, one batch ready for inspection. Justin, get those inspected, make sure they're in good shape. Get those over to shipping. Casey's waiting. We got customers calling. Get those parts out. All right. Get them around over to Casey, and let's get to that. That's good. Okay, how much time do we have left? Okay, about half the round gone. How many did you ship so far, Casey? One ship. Half the round's gone. We need to ship how many? 30. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Hey, Caroline, work it out. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Alex, there you go. Get those started. Okay. Get those products here. How many you have so far? Okay, here, I'll take that from you. There you go. Let's fill those orders. Now, medium red. Yes, I told you. All right, medium red. Medium red. There you go. Hey, you okay? You got anything to inspect? Okay, how much? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Need a bit. Okay. All right. Here's the right here. That one ready. Okay. Two.
why aren't you working? Waiting. Okay, we got about 1 minute. 1 minute left. Make sure all those stay well. And respect. Need to all be working order for the move on to the next station. Right, you good? Okay. Well, on top of that, the forecast done. Just to get more products over to shipping. How much time do we have left now? Okay, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. All right, just about to end. All right, wrap it up. Okay, let's stop. Okay, that's the end of round 1. Let's look at where the work is. Okay, what kind of problems do you see with Mr. Wright's manufacturing? A lot of order. Okay, so kind of hectic. Our process flow wasn't too good. What else did you see? Okay, so we had some work in progress. It was waiting, and then maybe uneven work balance. Okay, all right. So we're gonna switch over now. While y'all were doing round 1, I had an opportunity to take some lean training, and so a couple of things that I learned that we could implement. How many robots days did we get shipped out this first round? 9. How many were we supposed to ship out? 30. So we didn't exactly meet customer demand, but I think y'all are a good team. You have a lot of potential. So I'm going to help you with some of the lean training that I took. We're going to switch up and implement some of those things. So one thing we're going to do is process flow. So let's say we cannot move the shipping. Let's move station 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 around, move to respective locations. And then we're gonna break that work up just a little bit. And instead of batches, I learned that batches of 3 were actually kind of slow it down, not do what we do. So we're gonna go to just a 1-piece flow. So in this round, you'll have better process flow through the shop. And we're gonna do 1 piece at a time instead of batches of 3. So get ready for the round 2, and let's get ready to start that round here in a few minutes, okay? Jump ready. And if you need to refill your buckets, or you need help refilling buckets, just let me know. So that you have point of view storage where you want, okay? Okay. And you need to get back to your workstation. We will kick off round 2. So that we can show our lean manufacturing process. So what we did now, before we start the round, is we changed our process flow so that the robots flow same direction to the shop. And instead of piling up the work, we're going to do 1-piece flow. So we'll build 1 robot at a time and let it flow through. And we'll see if we can improve on our Okay, all right, you ready? Have a seat. Everybody have what they need? Okay, all right. Okay, are we ready to start round 2? Everybody have their round 2 work instructions? Cliff, you ready? Okay, we have our bonus in place. 1-piece flow. Casey, you're okay? Ready to start? Okay, let's go. Round 2. All right, let's make some robots. How many are we going to make? 30. 30. We're going to make 30 robots this shift. So let's roll. Let's get it going. Okay. Casey, you can holler what you need. Holler at yourself. Okay. Gray robot. All right. Need a gray robot. Watch your buffers. Just make whatever the buffer is empty. You're gonna make that part. That's the part you feel. You got a gray standard? Okay, be sure you holler at them and let them know what's going on. Okay, so that they can make the right thing. Red standard. All right. Keep that flowing. Keep those buffers going.
Gray standard.
30 robot. All right, let's keep going.
Gray standard.
Got a gray standard. Need a gray standard coming through. A little bit dry grays. Let's get grays going.
Gray standard.
Get your grays. You're selling grays. Let each other
Gray
know.
custom.
Let each other know what you need. Let each other know what you need. Okay?
So we need to place this in blue brown or yellow brown. We bring together gray. So that's right. Okay.
All right.
Red standard.
Okay, red standard. Keep your buffers going. Does anybody need parts? Can we get you some parts? Joseph, I'm gonna get you some grays. Okay? Let's keep this flowing.
Gray standard.
I want you to talk to each other. Let them know what you need.
Red standard.
Okay. Keep it flowing. Keep going. We're into the round, about 2 minutes now. We've got a little bit of, about 4 minutes left. Let's keep going. Good job. What do you
Gray
get?
standard. Red standard.
Red standard, gray standard. Watch your buffers. Only build what you need in your buffers. Caroline, you're getting kind of dry there. Need some
Gray standard.
parts in your buffers.
Red standard.
Alex, bring her those ones you have finished so she's ready to get her stuff going.
Gray standard.
Hey, gray standard. Make sure you keep those ones filled. Going.
Red standard.
All right, talk to each other. Okay, talk to each other. Need help.
Red standard.
Okay, we have 15 robots manufactured and shipped already. Doing good. Doing good. Long gray. Got it. Okay, talk. Let us know what you need. You need help. Great. Okay.
Red standard.
Okay, make sure you keep those buffers full. Talk to each other. This is the need.
Gray custom. Red standard.
Oh, ready to start? Okay. Yes. Okay, got this. Open up. Okay. Yep, good. Got it. Make sure you know what you need.
Red standard.
Got it. Okay.
Red
All right.
standard.
Red standard, gray standard, ship it out. Get those fields.
Red standard. Gray custom.
Okay. Okay. Shift. You got about 20 robots shift. Let's keep going. Let's keep this process flowing.
Red custom.
Let us know what you need. Get those shifts. The one that get them shift. Get them shift. Roll, gotta roll. We're gonna get this out of the top. Gotta roll. Yep. Get this done. Get them shifts. Okay.
Gray standard.
Gray standard.
Red custom.
Gray standard. Need gray. Let's get that going. Okay, fix you up. Okay. Okay, we got a little less than a minute left. Let's keep going. Get those robots going.
Standard.
Okay.
Red standard.
Okay.
Mario?
Move forward.
Red standard.
All right, Taylor, take our time for us, if you don't mind. Okay, one grade standard.
Red standard.
Okay, it's time. Let's stop the roll. Let's stop the run. Okay. All right. Let's talk about this just for a minute. Now, tell us how many we ship. There, that we ship 29. Casey.
Oh.
You only hold it on 30, so we're going to ship 29. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we shipped 29, 30 robots. So you did very well. We had 5 robots shipped in round 1, and we implemented some lean processes, and look at how much we grew. Can you pan over to our shipping areas, Dan, and show that we shipped 29 out of 30 requested. So our customer satisfaction went way up. We're building what we needed, building what the customer ordered. In round 1, Allie was building robots to a forecast that Mr. Wright put on her desk, and it wasn't exactly what the customer was ordering. But now, with these lean training, the lean implementation, we improved our process flow, making one piece at a time. We have less work in progress, just stacking up at stations, right? And everybody stayed busy. Would you agree? Everybody was busy. So it kept the productivity up very high in the plant. We got a lot more product out, and our profitability went way up. So we improved our cash flow, and our processes are better. Everybody worked together well. And in the meantime, Mr. Wright and Kayla in purchasing were able to help and bring parts to you so to keep the workflow, right? So work together better as a team this time. Great job, folks. I am a deep.
Okay. Hi, everyone. We are back for the live Q&A session. So I'm going to take a look at our questions here. And first, I'm going to go ahead and launch a poll to get us started and get the conversation moving. So you should see a poll on your screen. And it is, have you implemented a lean manufacturing environment in your facility? And we've got some answers rolling in now, so I'm going to let that go for a couple minutes. I see about half of you have voted. Go ahead and put your vote in. All right, so Baxter, I see here that 67% have answered yes and 33 answered no. So if you want to go ahead and comment on that.
Great. That's great. Thank you for answering that question for us. That gives us some insight as to whether your business has been exposed to lean, sort of a lean journey, if you will. And we would love to have the opportunity to have a follow-up visit with you and discuss some of the next steps that you might want to tackle in your lean journey. So great. Thank you so much.
And also, I don't see any questions yet in our question box. You guys go ahead and add that there for things you might be curious about. If you haven't implemented Lean into your facility, do you have questions for us regarding that? Please put your questions in the question box or the chat box, either one. And I'm going to go ahead and launch our second poll here. Okay, and you should see it on your screen. What is your on-time delivery rate? All right, and about a third of you have voted. Go ahead and the rest of you put your vote in for us. And if any of you are having trouble casting your vote, go ahead and maximize your webinar panel. I find a lot of times that kind of solves the problem. So if your webinar panel is minimized, go ahead and completely maximize that panel. Okay, it looks like the majority of you have voted. I'm gonna go ahead and let Baxter know. 30% said 75 to 89% on-time delivery rate. 40% said 90 to 95, and 30% said 96 to 100.
Okay, great feedback. So that's another indicator, if you will. I know we've all had some challenges this year in 2020, but that's another indicator that you have some room for improvement, and that if we aren't getting the products and services delivered to our customers in time or when they ask, that leaves our competition a little bit of a margin to take some of our market away from us. So we definitely would want to tackle those things, and as you consider what you might look at in a lean journey and addressing some of these things, one of the best things to do in kicking this kind of thing off would be to have lots of your folks in different cross-functional areas attend the Lean 101 simulation and seminar, sort of a one-day, 8-hour training. We showed you just a clip of that earlier where we took a snippet, but it actually is an all-day long training, and we get lots of feedback on what some of the actual concerns are in the business when we work with employees doing that on your site. And then from there, we could have some focused lean initiatives to help address some of those challenges. All right, thank you, Kayla.
Good, and I do want to reiterate to, as Baxter said, that was a very condensed version. We really had to take a minute to figure out how we could condense it to make it, viewable for our webinar. But the full session is a full day, and it really is a lot of fun. So,
Yes. One other thing, Kayla, we might mention is that when doing the simulation that you just watched, we were very mindful of maintaining a social distance, wearing our mask, as you saw in the webinar video, and we were able to still accomplish the training and get that done. So, we can come onto your facility and still maintain that protocol and get that done while maintaining social distancing and doing it safely, and still have some improvement for you. And lots of folks have had either businesses have slowed down some, and they've had to let a few people go, so you have fewer people taking care of the task, so they may be spread thin. And if you address this in a lean training kind of format, you may be able to help them do more with less resources by doing that. Thank you.
okay, and I'm not seeing any questions for us yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and launch our last poll here. And it has to do with expansion. So if you're considering expansion within the next 4 to 6 months. Give a few more seconds here for you guys to get your votes in. Okay, it looks like 25% of you said yes and 75% said no.
Okay. So the percentage, you said 25% said yes?
Mhm.
So, we're seeing this in businesses. If you had asked me to tell you which businesses would be thriving during this pandemic and which ones would suffer, I think at the beginning of this, I certainly would not have gotten it right. We've seen a lot of surprises this year. And so those of you that are considering expansion, for us in lean training in the lean world, it's certainly it's a red flag. It's something that we want to say, hey, have you considered lean manufacturing? Have you considered looking at your facility layout and process flow? Those are all lean things that we can look at before adding roof line, and it may save you quite a bit of money and investment during these tough times to consider looking at those lean tools. So if you'd like to follow up with us, we're very happy to visit your location. We can do facility layout projects. We can also look at, which areas you're wanting to expand and help you do those in a very lean fashion. So all things to keep in mind.
And also, you should be able to see on your screen Baxter's email address. So I don't see any questions still in the question box. But if any of you do have any questions for he or I, please send us an email. We would be happy to answer them. Baxter, do you have anything else to add just about, about lean or about things that you've done in the past as well?
Well, I would like to add that we can follow up with you with a list of different course options and training options that we can do. We also would like to share with you that we come in to the facility, sort of roll our sleeves up, and we implement lean with your employees. So we're not just gonna give a little training and walk away. If we can get engaged as thoroughly as you would like, and we have done that with quite a few businesses, and we can share references if any of you would like to talk to previous customers that have worked with us on lean projects. We're happy to share that as well.
Okay, and I do have a question here from one of our audience members. What is the hardest item to overcome with implementing lean?
Okay, so I would answer that with winning people over. So we have a saying that we want to do lean with people, not to them. So if you're going to focus on a particular area of the business that you want to improve, make sure that you're not just coming from the outside and trying to make changes. It's important that we understand each person's role in a department and understand their challenges so that they can be a part of the solution. And so you have a lot better chance of sustainability if you're engaging the people in the area or department that you're wanting to implement lean in. Okay, thank you, Kayla.
Great. All right, well, I'm not seeing any more questions for us. Thank you all for attending. As I've said, please send us an email if you do have any questions. And, once the webinar does close out, you should receive a survey from us. It really helps us to tailor our content. If there's anything that you're wanting to see from us on the next webinar, please let us know. We would be happy to work on that for you and get you the information that you need. So, all right. Well, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and close out. Again, you can access this webinar on our YouTube channel. And if you need anything from any of us, please reach out.
Great. Thank you, Kayla.